Hey, folks, and welcome back to Glenn and Adrian's Rock Talk. That's Adrian.
And that's Glenn.
And today we're going to start a new show with The Warning from 2017. This one from October 7. It's the mother of all rock festivals. This is the infamous festival where at the end of the set they had heat exhaustion and there were some issues there. There may have been IVs involved. I think Danny had to have her pants cut off her because the heat had kind of seared them on. It was like that. It was pretty bad. And I have seen at least what the stage looks like, and there's no cover for the stage. And I'm thinking, what are you thinking? It's always best to have a cover over the musicians. So it's just, as a matter of fact, I've played with bands where that's in the contract. If the stage isn't covered, we're not playing, sorry. And this is the kind of cautionary tale as to why you would do that. It's very important to be undercover when you're performing. So that's the background. Now, the good news is everybody says this was an absolutely amazing set, that it's well worth watching. So we recently watched them do the Hell in Heaven Festival, and we're blown away by that. And now we want to check this one out. The quality of the sound is probably going to be about similar to the Hell in Heaven Festival, which means it's serviceable. And I'll do what I can to try to beef it up and make it sound better. It's not going to sound like a soundboard, but I think it's going to be all right in general. We should be able to hear everything and see everything okay. We're going to start with Exterminated. So, Adrian, any thoughts on this before we start?
I'm looking forward to seeing this show, and I'm not looking forward to seeing Danny's pants get burned onto her leg. But
No, well, apparently,
or IVs or anything like that.
yeah, I don't think there's anything like that in the show. And as a matter of fact, if it looks like they're really suffering, we may just not even bother with clips like that. I don't know. But this is the first song. So it's an 8-song set, and it's been highly recommended and requested. So we'll go ahead and check that out. What did you think of the Hell in Heaven Festival? As we saw a similar set list.
Yeah, that was a great show.
Yeah, the metalheads loved them. Well, let's check out Exterminated. We'll discuss afterwards.
All right. Pow's got pink hair. That's pretty fitting.
Yeah. I was noticing that. We've seen that before in some other show. I couldn't tell you what it was right off the top of my head, but yeah, in fact, that show had a camera over her head, so it was kind of fun watching. But that was fun. That was muscular. That was a serious opener. I hope that turned some heads at the festival. We have seen one other thing related to this festival that The Warning did, and that was the 5 song snippets that they did live for an audience indoors a few months earlier, where they did 1-minute versions of, say, I think they had a Def Leppard song, like Pour Some Sugar or something. Yes, 5 cover songs were Tesla, Signs Everywhere a Sign, Motley Crue, Kickstart My Heart, yep, School's Out for Summer by Alice Cooper, Pour Some Sugar on Me, yep, and Aerosmith's Walk This Way. So I'll link that up in the cards here for you guys if you want to check that out. So that was in service to this event. Aerosmith didn't end up performing, but I think everybody else did. And they opened for Def Leppard on a couple of dates before this, too, just before this, as a matter of fact, in Mexico City, I believe, and Guadalajara. So not bad credentials for that time. Doing the calculation in my head again, so Allie would be 12, and Pau would be 15, and yes, Danny 17.
17, yes.
What rockers. Amazing stuff. So I enjoyed that. I think we should watch more from this show. Folks, if you were at this show, why don't you let us know what it was like there? It sounds like it was a very hot day, at least. Let us know if there's anything we should avoid from the show, because I don't really want to see them suffering, but I would like to see what we can. Just give your impressions in general. It'd be really interesting to get your perspective. And if you have other suggestions for us, leave those below. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. And if you enjoyed our presentation, please subscribe. All right. Don't forget, we have a second channel, Modern Rock Talk, where I'm putting up interview reviews and reactions to various Warning material and other bands that are touring today. Go check it out if you haven't. And thanks so much for joining us on this today. Take care, folks.
See you all later.